Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today, we're talking about the map design of Modern Warfare. In one of Drifter's videos, he said this.
They also enjoyed the old 2 to 3 story power positions of COD 4 and sort of lovingly talked about how it was the secret sauce for their team deathmatch in COD 4, which was so successful, is that players created their own objectives around taking and holding these power positions and pooping on other people.
The developers are putting back power positions. Power positions are kind of what he said, positions of advantage just inherently designed into the map. It's that second story building that you have a lot of lines of sight to and you have a lot of cover in. It usually has limited ways of getting in and out of it, and it usually has a position of advantage. What's funny is back in Modern Warfare 3, they were promoting that they had gotten rid of these, and the reason for that is because these power positions made people camp, and it sort of promoted camping in a sense, and players naturally didn't like that. Obviously, there's camper fever in the community. However, there was a side effect of power positions. There was a positive aspect of power positions. That's something that has been lost in Call of Duty recently. A good power position encourages good map flow. You heard Drifter talk about it. The developer said it was like that secret sauce in specifically Team Deathmatch where there were no other objectives. Players made their own objectives. They made going to that place an objective in and of itself. And this makes so much sense. Think about the Black Ops 4 DLC maps. I know it's not happy to think about, but think about that one big open area map that is Treyarch so obviously trying to be more complex and stick away from the 3-lane map design. That's a bad map. I think we can all agree. I don't think anybody likes that map. And why don't people like that map? Well, you hear a lot of people saying, well, I don't know where anybody's at. I can't find people. It always goes to time. I get shot in the back. I don't know where people are coming from. This map has bad flow. It's not because it's a big map, it's not because it's a complex map, it's because it doesn't have a good flow. You know what would help that flow? A good power position. Power positions cue in players into where the majority of traffic is going to be. And this is something that I believe Call of Duty Ghosts got for the most part right. And the gameplay behind you is going to be from a live commentary way long ago, so I had to download the footage, so I apologize. It's not as clear as other footage, but Departed has one of the best power positions and map flows in all of Call of Duty, and it's even a 3-lane map design, but it's more complex than that. But anyway, the building that I'm in right now, there are a couple different ways of playing a power position, so let's get into that. First, you're going to see me camp inside of it. That's obviously kind of the advantage of having a power position. It's Prison Break, it's that tower, it's Freight, that 3rd story building. People will camp in it, people will stay in it, and that's the thing, people will want to be in there. That's the positive aspect of it. Obviously, you can be negative, oh, he's camping, whatever, but you're gonna see what I'm gonna do right here. As soon as I get my IMS, I peace out of there. I'm out of there. Why? Because that IMS is going to be the trap that everybody goes into, because Doughnuts understands. I know that people want to go into that building. I understand that that building is a power position and a position of advantage, so I'm going to lay a trap for my enemies and they are going to walk into it and I will get those kills from that IMS. And that is the second way of playing maps with a power position. Power positions don't force you to camp. They don't encourage you to camp. They encourage you to think strategically. Yes, you can camp. You can sit there with your IEDs and your sniper rifles and your thermal target finder LMGs, whatever. But you can also run around. You can also maneuver around the map. Another good map is Dynasty. It doesn't have that big of a power position, but you'll see in the gameplay that middle section of Dynasty is just such a huge high risk, high reward stuff like a power position is. It's difficult to get in there, but you can see a majority of the map and you have good positions within that in order to kill people. You have that position of advantage, but you will never really see me go inside there unless I'm taking a shortcut or running through it or something. What I like to do in Dynasty is I like to patrol the outer edges. I like to catch people going in and out of that main middle section. Call of Duty is about positioning and awareness, and power positions allow you to be aware of where the enemy is or where the enemy wants to be. With that information, you can correctly position yourself in your own position of advantage and set your traps or cut them off or do something in order to kill them and be victorious. If you are one of those people who are running out in the middle and get killed by somebody in the power position, you're not playing it right. You are not making the wise decision because you should automatically assume and predict that people are gonna be in there. If you're running in the middle of the street on Warhawk and you get sniped from somebody on the second story, duh, of course that's gonna happen because that is a power position. That's where people want to go. It's a good position of advantage and they're not camping, they're just playing a game strategically differently than you are. If you wanna beat them, you gotta choose your own strategy. Avoid the lines of sight that they can see, go around them, catch them before they get in there, throw a grenade in there, or better yet, because the maps are so big and well done in Ghosts, you can just avoid those lines of sight entirely. So I am incredibly excited for the return of power positions in Modern Warfare 2019. But this also means that you beautiful people are going to need to mentally prepare and change the way you play Call of Duty. Not everybody is just going to be hitting the sprint button, sprinting into gunfights all the time. That's not strategic. That's not smart. Some people are going to sit back. Some people are going to camp the second story building on Nuketown. It's just going to happen. But use that to your advantage. Because you are aware of their position, you can strategize and use your own tactics and knowledge against them to avoid their lines of sight, to flank them, to get around them, to outsmart them in any way. That is the chess game of Call of Duty that I so love to play. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.